Hey guys, today's Thursday, April the 20th of 2023. I want to go over the energy, the metals, the dollar. So without any further delay, let's get into it. US pre-market. As you can see, there's a lot of pressure on crude. The 4 hour is reflecting it. So the strategy is any little pops, try to get in and try to ride this wave down. So far, it's pushing lower. I'm sure if you do a retracement anywhere between the 50% center of gravity, that might be the target as of right now. I'm not going to put all that, but I'll let you figure it out. But yeah, there's weakness in crude. You can see it in RBOB. You're pushing in lower, try to find the 50% there. 4 hours still, same thing. Uh, Pushing lower. Natural gas. We pierced between 235, 234, 235 to 230, but never got to stay above it. So now we pushed back down. The squeeze play is still to the upside. So let's see if that changes during the day on the daily chart. On the 4 hour, you can see that there was a sell signal on the overnight, and it pushed on the U.S. session yesterday, and now in the overnight, it's trying to climb up. But let's see how we act on the open today. If we could push along and at least regain and close above 234. But at least go back and at least test 238. We'll see how that's going to play out. Heating oil, the pressure's to the downside. You can see the 4 hour. It's just getting weaker and weaker. So any pops, just try to get in and short it down. Gold. Gold is just going sideways for now on the, what is this? This is the daily, not even the 4. I'm using a bigger time frame. It's just going sideways, losing a little steam on the daily. A little squeeze play set up, but it's just kind of stagnant. You got to watch the dollar. Silver, same thing. Although silver looks a little more positive on the daily compared to gold. You just look at the candle. But just kind of sideways, maybe pausing here to regroup some energy, and then decide what it's going to do, maybe for next week. And copper, kind of fighting around this, it's at what, 401? A little below the 407, 408. So maybe it's just chopping around here. But you can see that the pressure, and now it's in a squeeze play on the weekly and on the daily. And it's just been chopping, but as of right now, it looks like it wants to push lower. Platinum is one that's positive here with a PPS buy signal. And you can see that the pressure now is to the upside here. And on the daily, you see that there was a squeeze play. You can see how it is, that it goes up, then it goes down, and then in one, this just big explosion kicks in, and that's the squeeze play setup. So when it hits green, that's when the strategy is you buy and go long. But you could, build a position thinking, looking at cycles and all that stuff is going up. And then you can see that this is the consolidation phase where your betting is going to go up, cycle, seasonality, and everything. You don't have to wait. But if you're conservative, you wait for the green dot to let you know, yep, you got to go long. Or get in and deal with the chop. Kind of like what we're doing with natural gas. Can't forget the dollar. This is the dollar. This is where we're at. Failed new low as of right now. We didn't make a new low. So that's a mental note you have to have. Even though I have a target of 98, it may play out, it may not. Right now, we're in chop zone in between 102.16 all the way to 101.52. And it's just not doing anything, just undecided. But in one, it's either going to break out, test this 102.82, and then maybe continue pushing higher to test that. Or whatever economic news comes out, break below 101.52, test this 100 level, and if it's going to push, it's going to hit stops either way, on the upside or the downside, but it hasn't decided where it wants to go yet. So just got to keep it on the radar. And lastly, I'm going to cover natural gas. As you can see, the bears are strong. There was no bulls in sight. We tested the 50 SMA. Always say put your 50, your 20, and the 100, the 200 SMA on your chart. Chances are they're going to test it, and if it can't close above it, it's going to pull back. And now it's pulled back. Now it's kind of like in the chop zone, still positive. The trend is still positive. Hasn't broken the mobile band, which is a 208. That's if it gets down there, then it's gonna could test in 194. But so far it's still positive, so that's good. Weekly's looking good. The MACD and the daily is just kind of chopping around here. Let's go to the volume profile. This is what I've been saying. The bears are waiting for us. Even though we pierced it above it, they pounced. And we closed below the VWAP, anchored VWAP from this important high. And we got an anchored VWAP from this important low. And we are above the low of here, but we need to regain and close above. So the game plan is we need to close. We have to have a weekly and daily, I don't know about a daily, more of a weekly close above 234. We could close above 234 to 230, this whole area right here. Then chances are we have a fighting chance to get to point of control, which is 255 around there. And maybe, test this high of 303 or go to these valley area highs. What else? Lastly, let's see some levels. Here we are. So I put the 4 hour here, as you can see, and this is the daily, and this is the weekly. On the weekly, at least we haven't gone down all the way to 209, which is right here. But we were very close to the top of the range on the weekly, which is 239 pivot up here. And we now are below the daily, which is 228. We're going to chuck along from the sell-off and find support here. We need to test 228, close above it, and obviously deal with 230 all the way to 234, which is here. If we're going to push through there again, we're going to test 238, yesterday's high. And if we have some strength for whatever reason, it's going to be tough because, the energies are selling off. We're like the only ones, trying to chug along and go up like nothing's going on. So it's going to be a little challenging. 243 all the way to 249. That's, possible, but it's going to be hard. But if it's going to continue pushing lower, 213 all the way to 207 and obviously 209 for support right now. Square of 9, last chart maybe. We were up here, 238. They pushed us all the way down, failed 225, and found support around 217, very close to 218. So if we're going to push higher, we need to go back and regain 225, deal with 230, 233, around there, that area, this little area right here. It's going to be, and then once we close above this area, regain 237 and possible target, grinding higher would be 241. That's the 45 degree right there. So that's going to be, a little resistance there. Once we could close above there, 249 and then 257. So that's what we're looking, forward to in the future. 249 and 257. So far, we're somewhere around 223 right here, right now, chucking along and hopefully, push above 225. Well, I'm going to sign out. You guys already saw the calendar. I'm not going to put that up. Today is an up day. on trading day, but then on a weekday is a down day, and then Friday is a down day trading day wise, and I believe a weekday is an update. Have a good trading day, good success to you, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar, energy, and the metals.